Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So I've got XRP up here on the daily right now, trading at about $1.12. Finding resistance in and around here. I'm going to pop up what I had on the chart yesterday. This is the fractal pattern from 2017. I'm superimposing it on the chart, and I did this exercise yesterday as well, just showing you guys, we did hit that $1.35 mark, but it is very, very possible, and dare I even say probable, that, XRP price could come back down in and around the 96-cent level, or dare I even say the 79-cent level, right? Retracing back down to the 0.236. The 96-cent level would bring us back to the 0.382. A lot of vacillation here before that final move up. So let me just remove that again. This is par for the course. Let me throw it on the hourly here, right? And on the hourly, this breakdown structure here on the hourly. So this top up here, the $1.347, that was on August 14th. That's when we saw XRP go up to that price. Whoops, and all that stuff just kind of popped back on my chart here. Nevertheless, I think you guys can see that. Actually, let me just remove that altogether, throw that back on just so it's clear here. If I put a Fibonacci here on the hourly, you guys can see that, this crashing structure, more of the same, right? Coming up to the 0.786, coming right back down to the 0.5, back up to the 0.786. Again, this is on the hourly. Now we're hovering around the 0.236. So again, when we're looking at it at the 1 hour, we're seeing the same structure. We throw it on the daily. We know that the overall picture for XRP is looking still fairly robust. We are going to see some vacillation. We could, in fact, go back down to that 79-cent level. And let's not forget where that 79-cent level is, right? The 0.236 on the Fibonacci that I just showed you. It is right there. That is 79 cents. Let's not forget that is a significant level of resistance. We saw it back here in September of 2018. We saw it again right over here, right, in November of 2020, and again right up here, trying to get up to that level of resistance, the 79.80 cent range. Back when the pump group tried to pump the price of XRP after the SEC lawsuit was dropped. So that's XRP. Let's bring up BTC real quickly here. In BTC, we've got BTC here on the daily. We can see not too much movement here. We did see a bit of a correction for BTC right now, trading at 47,100. I'm going to throw that Fibonacci right back on here. Still kind of hovering at the 0.5. So not too much movement for Bitcoin at this moment in time. Still a wait and see game. We have seen significant movement upward for Bitcoin since about July, mid-July. And so now retracements are going to be par for the course. I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to break through that $54,000 level. I'm going to keep going, guys. This from T-Hole Bet at XRP, Ripple ODL customer IDT, or Boss Revolution has announced some new news. Now, I just did talk about Boss Revolution in a previous video about a week or two ago with their partnership with TerraPay. Well, there's more news here. Boss Revolution Money, the US-based international remittance service of IDT Corp, has partnered with Prism Transfer, a Haitian remittance company, to significantly expand payout options in Haiti. The partnership provides Boss Revolution customers with more disbursement options when sending cash to friends, family, and loved ones in Haiti following the earthquake and subsequent flooding from Tropical Storm Grace. So there has recently been a natural disaster in Haiti, and these types of infrastructure upgrades can certainly help the people from some of these vulnerable countries get money to and from loved ones. And so here's a perfect example of that. With this collaboration, Prism Transfer customers can immediately collect remittances at Funko's locations, and Moncash customers can authorize Prism Transfer to deposit remittances directly to their mobile wallets while receiving remittances via Boss Revolution. And so we know these guys now through the IDT Corporation, Ripple enabled, and even with that partnership with TerraPay, that was an example of two Ripple customers joining forces and really setting themselves up to be able to leverage RippleNet to maximize efficiency for cross-border remittances. And here's just another example to entice potential customers. Through until August 31st, Boss Revolution remittances up to $150 to Moncash full registered wallets and Funko's office locations through Haiti. Well, they're just going to be $1 when initiated from the Boss Revolution Money app or website using a debit card, and start at $5 when initiated through a Boss Revolution Money retail agents. So, this really beats the old service fees we used to see years ago, through companies like Western Union, some of the big players that would charge upwards of sometimes 15%. Anyway, great news there. Wanted to keep moving though, guys. James Rule, XRP, brought this to our attention with regards to the Security and Exchange Board of India. They are looking to jump onto DLT technology. Market regulator SEBI on Wednesday asked depositories to use distributed ledger or blockchain technology to record and monitor security creation as well as covenants of non-convertible securities. The distributed ledger technology has the potential to provide a more resilient system than traditional centralized databases. It offers better protection against different types of cyber attacks because of its distributed nature, which removes a single point of attack, SEBI said in a statement. The regulator said that a platform for security and covenant monitoring system hosted by depositories is being developed. The move is aimed at strengthening the process of security creation and monitoring of security created, asset cover, and covenant for non-convertible securities. So the system using DLT will be used for recording of the process of creation and monitoring of security, due diligence, charge, creation, etc., continuous monitoring of covenants by debenture trustees, and credit rating of non-convertible securities by the credit rating agencies. I bring up India just because, even back in 2018, Ashish Birla had gone on the record and said that Ripple already had 50% of India primed and primed, ready to go. And that was in 2018. Fast forward 3 years, and more developments have been made in that region of the world. RippleNet, obviously a large influence now in Southeast Asia. So this just another example of how, now we are seeing that even the Security and Exchange Board in India is also now moving towards distributed ledger technology. Great advancement there. Going to continue, guys. This from Michael at Val5Links. Breaking. So this for all you Binance users or those curious as to whether Binance is regulated in your country or not, Binance has been cleared, guys, by the UK regulatory body FCA. So this with regards to customers in the UK, Binance, the world's leading crypto exchange by trading volume, has been cleared by the UK's Financial Conduct Authority to offer its services in the country. Again, FCA declared that Binance has complied with all the regulatory aspects and requirements. The update was added to the previous warning against the crypto exchange. So here is the updated warning. On June 25th, the FCA imposed requirements on Binance Markets Limited. The firm complied with all aspects of the requirements. So see the notes here, but this is just a screen grab. There is no link there. But here we go. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao also shared the news on Twitter, quoting the FCA about the exchange's full compliance. August 25th, 2021 update. And he said here, the firm complied with all aspects of the requirements, and then gives a little link here, that coming from CZ Binance, or Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance. So an overall for regulatory approval, of course, underway all around the world. Binance has been now scrutinized in several different countries. So the UK first to see them as regulatory compliant. Let's hope that we see them for other countries around the world. I know I've got a lot of people from Ontario, Canada, who watch the channel who are asking me about Binance in Ontario and if we could see the same kind of clarity that they are seeing right now in the United Kingdom. I mean, Binance is a great option for purchasing, buying, selling, trading altcoins. So, they've got hundreds of different coins on that website. Of course, I have a feeling that when we do see clarity in, now we're seeing clarity in the UK. If we do see it in Canada, there will be more stipulations, probably taking down the amount of coins, I have a feeling, unfortunately, just because it's not so much about what the company is doing per se. I mean, obviously there are the KYC requirements and they have to jump through all those hoops, but what they are offering too, that is going to be a big part of this. So I'm going to keep my eyes on that. Going to keep going, guys. This has to do with Temenos, a Ripple-enabled company. This is a big company that deals with the back-end transactions for banks. While Hamilton Reserve Bank completes Temenos end-to-end digital transformation, Hamilton Reserve Bank implements Temenos technology to add 1 million new customers. So they have chose Temenos' cloud-native core banking system and digital banking technology to accelerate growth, automation, elastically scale, and enhance efficiency. So Temenos, the banking software system company, today announced that Hamilton Reserve Bank, a leading global bank with a worldwide presence, has completed its end-to-end integration. So that is Hamilton Reserve Bank. They have done this with Temenos. The unmatched breadth of Temenos' front-to-back banking technology will help Hamilton Reserve Bank provide its customers across 150 countries with secure same-day worldwide payments and instant customer account access 24/7. And a lot of these banks that are integrating with these Ripple-enabled companies are always looking to expand. They're not just doing it because it seems as though, like in this article here, they're planning exponential growth by onboarding at least 1 million new customers in the next 12 months. Of course, banking is changing around the world, and these banks realize it is changing. Why not utilize either RippleNet, do it directly through RippleNet, or utilize a company that is already RippleNet enabled, like Temenos? This all just makes sense, right, when you look at the bigger picture, because it's these seamless transactions, right? This frictionless experience. The tight integration provides secure, accurate, and frictionless customer authentication experiences that allow automated customer e-onboarding within minutes while meeting the bank's rigorous regulatory compliance requirements. So we are seeing this more and more around the world. Hamilton Reserve Bank, just the latest company to integrate with a Ripple-enabled company. Gonna keep moving, guys. This has to do with this viral tweet that is gaining traction as of late. This coming from the Cryptic Poet here on Twitter, tweeting out this article here from the Daily Hodl. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this Twitter user named Frank, in quotes. He claimed that he reached out to the SEC after buying XRP to see whether he purchased a security or not. Now, this was back in December, so this was right after the lawsuit was announced. He bought the XRP apparently in October of 2020. And so in the viral tweet, the user shared the screenshot of the SEC's response. So he wrote a letter to the SEC asking if he had bought an illegal security. Here's the tweet here. Ripple, SEC, Hester Peirce, I have bought XRP in early 2018 and wasn't sure if I bought a security because there was no decision yet. So I asked the SEC here the answer to my concerns. Are they lying to me? Great tweet here from Frank. I gotta follow Frank here on Twitter, and if you guys aren't following him, follow Frank. I'll leave his Twitter up here, and I'll link it in the description if you guys are interested. But here's what the SEC responded. Thank you for recent email and U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. We appreciate the opportunity to review your additional concerns about Ripple, XRP, cryptocurrency. Please be advised that the SEC has not issued a determination on whether the cryptocurrency XRP is a security. Whether a cryptocurrency is considered a security will depend on the characteristics and use of the cryptocurrency. As we have suggested, you may want to review Chairman Jay Clayton's statement regarding cryptocurrencies and initial coin offerings at this website here. Once again, thank you for contacting the SEC. Now, that was sent back in October of 2020, obviously before the Ripple lawsuit was announced. And so he tweeted this out, obviously, right after the lawsuit was announced because he just felt blindsided here. Well, 2 months later, the SEC filed a lawsuit, as we know. This article goes on to talk a little bit about Bill Hinman's testimony and that speech that he made, that infamous speech now from 2018. Merely by way of example, Mr. Hinman admitted that prior to him joining the SEC in 2017, but years into the alleged unregistered securities offerings by Ripple, the application of the federal securities laws to digital assets was new for everyone, and no one knew a whole lot. He further admitted that he could not recall any specific work product generated at the time he joined the SEC relating to the federal securities laws in Bitcoin, Ether, or XRP, and did not think people had completely thought through all the ways the securities laws may apply to that activity. So this just going into more detail, just what the SEC or rather what their stance was on these cryptocurrencies. But I guess the big point here is, and I think this is the takeaway, and this really does hit home for so many people, I think, in the XRP community, getting blindsided by this lawsuit. Frank feels like he has been lied to. Like many of us, of course, the SEC saying, only, October, November, only 2 months before the lawsuit was announced, them saying, look, we appreciate your concern. You can go to this website. We're going to give you this broad idea of what could or could not be a security, but we're not really going to give you any clarity on XRP. Go here and DYOR. Then just 2 months later, they announced the lawsuit. So, this whole thing of protecting investors, can you really believe it? I mean, can you really believe that the SEC is protecting investors? And so, just to my point from yesterday, Robert J. Jackson Jr., the former commissioner of the SEC, the one before Jay Clayton here, there have been a lot of unearthed videos of him talking about the SEC and cryptocurrency specifically. Dictator Know-It-All saying down here, XRP community, I strongly suggest you send this video to all your senators. So for all the U.S. citizens here, get on this because this is important for clarity in the United States. You got serious problems problems at the SEC. It's completely corrupt. Here is a clip, another clip of Robert Jackson, commissioner at the SEC. Listen to this.
Securities laws. And I think, I'll be honest, I think my colleagues have done a great job about this. The director of our division of corporation finance is a man named Bill Hinman, who did he gave a speech where he laid out, here's how we think about this. And gave a set of principles that the market can follow in understanding.
So basically stating, just real quickly, Bill Hinman did a speech, and Robert Jackson, the commissioner at the time, is saying, you know, he did a great speech. This is what our colleagues could follow in order to regulate cryptocurrencies. Sure enough, in Bill Hinman's deposition, he went on the record and said, well, you know, this was just my personal opinion. This doesn't necessarily reflect the opinions of the SEC. Talk about backpedaling. We also have this clip here, guys, another clip. John Deaton just making a very good point here. And, you know, I agree. If there is a trial, I think we can now assume this guy will be on Ripple's witness list. He's pure gold and gives credit to Digital Asset Buy here on Twitter. Jeff at ISO_XRP retweeting this out. I know because you work at Ripple, one of the leaders in the industry, actually one of the firms that's been crucial to forming of standards around the various securities laws questions. So XRP, I'm going to play you this clip, guys, another 25 seconds. Listen to this.
I know you agree because you work at Ripple, one of the leaders in the industry, actually one of the firms that has been crucial to the forming of standards around the various securities law questions, et cetera. And how did we get from here to there? Because you guys can call Hinman and Val and all the other amazing people who do what they do and get answers to your questions. And don't have to have an APA open meeting every single time you want to know whether or not you guys can do something.
So here he's addressing through this web Zoom call or whatever, he's addressing somebody who works at Ripple. If you listen to the beginning again.
I know you agree because you work at Ripple.
Right, okay, so somebody he's talking to worked at Ripple or works at Ripple, and he's basically stating, you guys are the standard. You guys are the ones who are going, above and beyond, being that kind of poster child for regulatory adoption for cryptocurrency in the United States. You've been doing everything right. Basically praising Ripple for doing the right thing in the industry when hundreds of other companies are, going against the grain, trying to thwart authority, meanwhile offering illegal ICOs, so on and so forth. So, to John Deaton's point here, Robert Jackson, probably a very good option for a witness on Ripple's side of the case. And let me just let you in on another thing, guys. Ripple's lawyers, I'm sure they're all over Twitter. I'm sure they get tagged in a lot of this stuff. And, finding these kinds of clips all over the internet, lawyers already have teams working to find researchers, finding stuff like this. And so, the XRP community already doing the work for them. So what do you guys think? Robert Jackson sinking the body that he formerly worked for, namely the SEC? And would he be a good witness on Ripple's side of the case? I think so. But tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.